Here it is, 12th of March. It's 8:42. Yeah, we got a lot of walking to do. Had some snow down there, you can see in the background. North slopes are going to have snow on them. South facing slopes should be clean, but it should melt off during the day. So, but it will be a sunny day. So might as well get with it because I'm running out of time for shed hunting. You see that trail? That leads all the way back up to the timber through some broken ground. And it's a long walk. I mean, you can see everything. So, I mean, like I said, there's no trick or no pro staff computerized gimmickry that's going to find antlers for you other than walking. I seen that white object down here, and that's what got me going down here. I thought that might be a skull. So as I walked down here, focusing totally on what I thought was a skull, which ended up being an old plastic bottle. Probably floated down here on the creek for who knows how long. And what I'm getting at, right there, a nice 10-point shed laying right there. Now that looks like an old one. I don't believe that was from this year. 10:09. I think we started at 8:42. And here was our first shed, Monday morning, March 12th, 2018. Oh, let's bend down and pick him up together. Like I said, I think this is an older one. Nice 10-point. And there again, no chew marks on it whatsoever. But I doubt if that's a fresh shed, but shed nevertheless. And it just goes to show you, it may be washed in here when it's flooded, because this, like I said, this floods, you can tell this is real low ground and this floods a lot, so it could have drifted in here from who knows where. Oh well, that's the first shed we found today. You know, finding these sheds, there's no scientific or any gimmickry about it. The only tip I can tell you that will ensure you that you may find a shed, and you may not find a shed in your area, is to go. Keep your eyes open. Try to keep your back to the sun on a sunny day. And if the good Lord's with you, He'll lead you to one, because I don't know how to find them. I just end up walking into them. Oh, by the way, this is not part of nature. What was this? I don't know what it was. Oil or something. But don't weigh nothing. It'll go out of the habitat ecosystem in my pack. So it's more to being a bow hunter and just seeking glory. Ladies and gentlemen, you ain't gonna believe this. And if you don't think God's with you every step of the way in life, come shed antler hunting, because He's walking with you and He's your eyes and ears. There's no explanation of what I've just seen. I'm going to show you something. Right there at that fallen log is where I found that 10-pointer. And I'm no more than 10 yards from it. I continue to walk down this trail heading to the creek crossing. Now I'm going to show you what time it is on this clock. Right there, that's 10:18. I hope you can see that. And I'm no more than 10 yards. Now this is, I don't care what people think of me, or if they want to fist fight me, they want to do whatever they want to do, I'm more than obliged to do that. I look over there You see what's in there? And like I said, I'm doing this to help people, to encourage them. There's no trickery here. I'm walking long and hard. And this put me down in a, like I say, a floodplain. And right there was that log. And as I panned from that log, over to that deadfall, there's tine sticking up on the other side of that. Unreal. Let's walk over and see what it is. We'll step this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 yards away. 17 yards away at 10:18 in the morning. Laying there in the snow, and beautiful 8-pointer. First human hand. And I'd say it was an old shed, but because I don't, what a nice 8-pointer. What a nice 8-pointer. And I want to emphasize, this is not some deer farmer. Had a little chew on there. Both of them had a little chew. But that's an old shed. Both of them had a little chew marks on them. Found a 10-pointer and an 8-pointer in 8 minutes. Unreal. Again, I just wanted to show you how the trailed up this is. So the deer have been walking to and fro. There's a bean field up yonder, so they've been going to that recently. Well, there's no cattle track in there because, like I said, the cattle aren't in here right now. Well, you can see for yourself. This is a big creek, and these banks are deep, and this creek carries a lot of water, and you can see where the deer have been traversing up and down on the far side and the other side. And there in the background is the food source, the bean field. And so they traverse a long ways to it. Used to have a tree stand in that tree right there. And on Thanksgiving Day, I think it was like, I don't know, 96, 97. I must have Boone and Crockett buck out of that tree. I mean solid Boone and Crockett. But here's what we're talking about. We got a corner right here. And the fence is down, and you can see the multitude of tracks. So I left my gear here because I'm going to traverse up this creek bottom, and it really gets flooded. I mean, this is no small time creek. This is more like a river. So a tip is, if you're going to go in and out in the same place, you might want to leave your gear at the front door because you're going to come back there. But as you can see, the deer tracks are laden heavily on this. And you can tell by the log jams that this thing really gets going to move those size of trees. It's big deadfalls. All this is deadfalls down in there. Very little to no food at all. But I want to show you something. Keep on coming. You see in the background there, right there, that's hillbilly, non-typical Norwalkian GPS system at work right there. Let's walk up here and see what we located. Now it's amazing how that changed, because just a few moments ago that bone was really white. The sun was right on it. At 11:48. But look at that behemoth of a main beam. At one time that was one big buck. One big buck. Oh, this has been there for years. But nevertheless, it's a shed antler, and it was carried by a monarch of the woods. I can guarantee you that. But you know, the squirrels, you talk about predation. Of course, I don't know how many years that's laid here either. And it could have got washed in here more than likely. But never give up. Like, we've been in food plot terrain, we've been in open hay fields, We've been on south-facing slopes. Now we're down in here at a floodplain, and you notice how all these logs are washed around, and it's quite a jungle. That big tree right there at the foot of it, it's a shed antler laying right in the sun. So let's mosey up and get that antler. Here we go. We're 1, 2, 3, 19, 20. 20 yards. And there's the time. That's the time. We can pick up time there. It's almost noon. Whoop. It's almost noon. And as I peek around the tree, I'm trying to get out of there's the antler. So from about 8:40 to noon, we found 4 antlers in a place that most people wouldn't spend the time of day, in a floodplain. Now, I hung this glove on this dude. This is a fairly fresh set. This side. This was this year's. I'm sure of that. That's a pretty nice little 8. Well, didn't have an 8-pointer, but 4 sheds in the floodplain. But not bad. Not bad. So we got a, looks like a dead doe up here. Small one. But, all the things you find. That was glowing pretty good. I found that dead buck Saturday night, not too far from here. Probably 200 or 300 yards, 200 yards, no more than this one. But, yep, it was a doe head. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we done it again. I'm going to leave my glove right here. This is real time and real antler hunting. And I tell you what, sometimes I cuss the sun, but I ain't too sure it wasn't an ally for me today, right now. Because where I'm going to stand, I'm going to show you something. You see that group of trees right there? Just to the left of that tree, there's a big shed laying there. Possibly that 10-pointer shed. That's what we're down in here for. Now I'm going to leave my non-typical Norwalkian GPS unit here, and then we can zoom back over here. I mean, if you zoom that out, I just seen tines right on the left side of that tree. And you've got to get an eye for it, and you've got to go slow. We're going to step this off in a straight line. That's straight east of me. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's got some chew damage on it. 1227. And that antler is right there. Yeah, like I say, it's got some chew damage on it. But nevertheless, it's a find. And the sun was glaring on it. It's an old shed. And you can see my GPS marking back there in the ground. There was a group of trees. So, like I said, it's an old shed, but old ones are just as good as new ones. Oh, yeah, he's an old one. But, you know, squirrels, you know, they do a little number on them. But, found it right here in an opening. So, nevertheless, it's a shed. Talk about traditional rubs. That tree there is almost rub clear too. I know it's been going on for 25 years. Go on the back side over here. Yeah, there's the bones of that big old buck we found. Found the head was drug out of here a little ways. There's the jaw bones, the femurs. Man, like I said, there's bones all over. There's all the vertebrae in here. As I left, it was right outside that big pasture. The head was laying up yonder there, about, probably 30, 40 yards over there. Right there. Must have drug its head up there, because it left its jawbones down here. And all of its vertebrae. There's its rib bones. Yeah. It was pretty well consumed, but it's been there for a while. Well, there it is. 3:05. And there's our bounty for today. Found 4 of them in a floodplain. Got that old bottle, got a head, got the jawbones to that skull that we found. Oh, that bad. Yesterday was Saturday night. They were buried there. We dug them out. And like I say, we got that shed there. We found 3 hours ago, right there. And so 3 hours of walking, we came up with 0. So I think I'm going to call it a day. 9 o'clock basically. That'd be 6 hours of walking. So that's it from the non-typical Norwalkian on the 12th day of March. Well, here we go on another adventure. March 13th. Let's go get it on. 8:12. Cold out. Well, I just walked that big timber and I walked out here on this open pasture. And I was thinking about some clown that said he found 33 sheds in 2 minutes. Anyhow, we found the first shed of the day, and it's an old one. Chewed up out here on this open pasture. There it is. 9:37. Well, we found a little deadhead. 11:12. Boy, we put some miles on. And, let's see what we got here. There's a little corroded guy. I'll tell you one thing. I'm tuckered out. And I'm about a good 50 yards from an antler. So we're going to step it off and see what it is. Last 3 times I've been getting over anxious, and when I walk up there, they're not as big. So we're going to take off. We'll start walking right now. This is why you got to be observant. Thank God I found one. I've walked for quite a while this morning. I found that one old shed. Let's go see what this one is. We'll step it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 48 steps. 48 yards away. 12:30. 12:30. It's a big 8. Maybe it's to match that 8. Oh, he's a nice 8. Hell, I don't know. He had a little chew on it. A beautiful 8. Yeah, these big farms grow big antlers. But buddy, when you go to look for these, you're going to put the miles on and you're going to feel it. You know, as I sit here with my back up against this tree resting about 1:30 in the afternoon, can somebody explain to me why I always find the right side? Because I'm right-handed, or you live on the right side of the wall sometimes, or you do the right things. So it just amazes me how many right side antlers I find. I don't I don't know, is there something characteristic about the deer that the right side falls off first? Because if I was a betting man, I guarantee you I'd bet $100 on it that I'll find the right side far more than I'll find the left side. It's just phenomenal. I guess it makes the left side just that much harder to find because it's the left side. You know, I am a Republican, so that makes me on the right side. So if you're on the other side of the aisle, you're on the left, as they call them. So, I don't know. It just amazes me how many right side antlers I can find. Well, let's get on with it. I think we got another antler. It's not very big. You see there, it's a white weed. I don't believe it's a white weed. I'm going to leave my glove right here. And let's verify just how far away this was, if it's an antler. Okay, let's start walking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 34 yards. There's my glove, my GPS, and there was an antler. That sun worked in my favor. It looks fresh. Oh, it's got a few leaves blown over it, but that would be natural because it's all leaves on this hillside. It's 2:22, and right there's the antler. And once again, oh, it's a left side. It's a left side. Okay, we'll take it out. I think I don't know. Oh, what had a little chew mark to it, but nevertheless, the third antler of the day. Yeah, this antler would be really special. Today is March 13th, my daughter's birthday. Wish my little girl, I ain't supposed to tell her age, but 38 years old. How time flies. Anyhow, this is the 30th single that I've found this year. And so 30, and then I got, that's a lot of work, But all sizes, lefts and rights. Well, there's our find. It's 254. That may not be a lot to some, but that's a lot of work right there.